beautiful people. It's Lena. I'm back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Okay, let's do this. Since, and just like that, insists to be on television and continue its farce of a show, I am here to once again do another review. So here we are, episode 5, I believe it is. It's called Trick or Treat. We're going to do it in the same format that I've done in the last few videos. We're going to do open scene, and then I'm going to focus on the main characters. So, scene, open. Miranda and Carrie are on their way to a Halloween party, which is being hosted by, and I think this is her right name. I really can't remember the other character's name too well. Lisa and her husband, which is the two rich couples that Charlotte knows. I think it's a charity ball. So Carrie goes in as, I think she's wearing Helen Gurley Brown, or her rendition of Helen Gurley Brown. Zero, doesn't even look like her. Don't know what she's doing. Miranda jokingly says that she's going as herself, a hot mess, and she wears one of those red clown balls on her nose. They enter the party, and lo and behold, you have Charlotte and Harry. First, you have Charlotte. I don't know, maybe at some point somebody told the actress that she looks like Carrie Russell from The Americans, the show that was originally on FX. Maybe somebody wrote into her and said, hey, you look like her. So she decided to dress up like her for the party. Red shirt, black pants, and her hair to the side, and she kept insisting that she is the character from The Americans. It took me a minute to understand what she was talking about. At this point, I started to check out, and this is the opening scene. So welcome to the next 20 minutes of hell, is pretty much what I'm going to try to tell you. She looks nothing like her. Her husband, Harry, comes over to her to stand next to her to try to prove to people in the room that that is the couple that they're portraying. Harry has a wig. Again, nothing like the original two characters from The Americans at all. And that's it. Oh, they go into the Halloween party, and then we see all the other costumes. I don't remember what Samantha 2.0 was wearing. No clue. I really like, and by the way, I saw this episode twice, and I'm not going to do it 3 times. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. I'm not going to do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't. I did my hair. I did my nails. I did everything. I don't have anything to block me from trying to pay attention. So this is only 2 versions, 2 times I saw this. So if I missed something, if I forgot something, you could drop a comment below. I won't really care, because I try to push through these two times. I'm sorry, I went on a rant. Is it too early? Okay. So Lisa is wearing the Bride of Frankenstein. Anthony is the devil. They're dancing. All of them cannot dance for, to save their lives. And I don't know why they're trying. Horrible. Conversation happens. I believe Samantha 2.0 convinced Carrie to go to a bar to pick up men. But not just a bar. I want to say a hotel bar, where there's supposed to be really, really, affluent men with money there. Again, another Samantha, throwback, I guess. This woman is just Samantha incarnate in her own way. No disrespect to the actress. It's just this writing is horrible. And if you want me to say it louder, horrible. Okay? All of them. Every single one of them. Okay, so let's break off into the 3 characters that we used to remember. I'm going to start with Charlotte. Okay, let's start with Charlotte. Oh, our dear Charlotte. Oh, ay. After the Halloween party, I think I remember her going home to watch The Americans, because she's insisting that they look like the couple, and they put the couple on television to try to converse us to believe that we see what she sees. Good trick. Saw that. Didn't believe it for one damn second. I don't care how many red shirts you got going on and how many times you put your hair to the side. You don't look like her. Get over it. They're on the couch, Harry and Charlotte. Their daughter comes in, Rock, and states that she was at the park and some potential maniac who could have kidnapped her walked up to her, no stranger danger, reference there, and stated that he was from Ralph Lauren and he wanted her to be in one of their print ads. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, you see, here's the thing. I would have been okay with it if we would have had a normal reaction from at least both of the parents. But only Harry was the one that stepped up and said, "What the hell do you mean that you got someone went up to you in the park?" I believe that. Our Charlotte from Hippy Dippy Drippy Land was so impressed by the fact that this person said that they were from Ralph Lauren. Rock gave her a business card, and apparently because the business card is embossed with the Ralph Lauren logo, it must mean that he's true. I've heard her do a lot of crazy crap, say a lot of crazy crap. Always, knew that she was out there, and I mean Space Odyssey out there. But she was so gun-ho that her daughter was going to be in a Ralph Lauren print ad from a stranger danger person in the park that she called them, took her daughter to the photo shoot, which, by the way, apparently looked legitimate. I don't know. Didn't have it could have been anything, but they made it seem like it was a legitimate person that stranger danger went up to. It's a child. And gave him a business card. So you see Rock doing her little print ad pictures, and suddenly Harry, who is the most logical person in this whole twosome relationship, comes into the photo shoot wearing the American husband's wig to try to see if this was a legitimate photo shoot. Charlotte finds him, says that you need to leave or your daughter's going to get pissed off, because that's what's concerning. That's what's concerning, Charlotte. Great writing. Stellar. He agrees, and then he shuffles off to Buffalo. The end. I don't know what happened else with Charlotte. I don't remember her talking to anybody else on the show other than the Halloween party. So let's move on down to the next group. Carrie. Oh, she's special. Carrie does her infamous bumping into a man and kissing him and almost sleeping with him routine. She's on the phone with Samantha 2.0. She's in a bike lane in New York. She stops. A guy is screaming, "Get off the bike lane, don't stop," something like that. He crashes into her. She fumbles through trying to speak to him in her own Carrie, Sarah Jessica, boring ass rendition of what she does all the time. Winds up going with him to the hospital. He has a broken wrist. That means as long as she knows that he is not gay, married, she's going to go to his house and bring him food, because he lives somewhat around where she lives. That is a prerequisite of her having a relationship or having some sort of, rendezvous with somebody. Now, I know that Aidan is coming. So this whole time I'm watching this two-step that she's doing, I kept thinking, what is she going to do, or what's going to happen? Is he going to come out with 3 legs, or he's some weird guy from outer space? Because I knew at some point something was going to happen with this guy, because there's no way this is going to last. Obviously, we know that Aidan is coming, and I'm thoroughly convinced that they're going to push that story until maybe the last episode. And we know that Kim Cattrall is doing a cameo. God bless her. And I'm convinced that they're saving the very mediocre for last. So she goes to his penthouse. It's a loft. He's got money. They have this moment of sexual tension on a computer. He touches her wrist. She's making out with him in the most weird way. Like, what is that? If I had that coming at me, I would be like, oh, what the hell? Get away from me. It was weird. I've seen you do better. Stop it. So his partner in the job that he has, which is developing apps, and he's the creative force of it, and his partner is the money force of it, walks in the middle of and gets upset at him because he should be working on the app. Carrie leaves. Somehow, at some point, she goes back. They're about to do it in his bed, which, by the way, great loft, great penthouse, whatever the hell it was, beautiful. She's on the bed. He gets a call from his partner because he forgot to send something to him. He gets upset at him, and he leaves his phone on the bed next to Carrie, with his partner still on Skype or whatever the hell that thing that you use on the phones. And Carrie is trying to avoid speaking to him, because as if he's laying next to her, because he's still on the phone, and he's talking to her, giving him all of his crap, blah, blah, blah. And literally, this is when I saw Charlie Brown, blah, 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 blah. And she rolls out of bed, runs out of the house saying, I think you're married to your partner, and the end. Okay. Let's go to Miranda. Miranda and Che are broken up. That's it. What else is there to say? I mean, did you see the episode, or are you just watching this for my rendition? Because if you are, then I'm going to tell you exactly how this happened. Che has to go through a focus group to determine how people view her show. Now, this whole time this focus group is going on, I'm thinking, where do I go for a focus group for this show? Because I got a lot to say. And if YouTube is the focus group, I pray that you all listen. It sucks. Che, apparently everybody loves the Tony Danza, which plays her dad, but no one likes her. So she gets upset. She tells Miranda, who, by the way, I'm going to give some context to. She's been running back and forth between Che's Manhattan apartment to her Brooklyn home so she could be there for her son as a hovering helicopter mom to a grown-ass boy, making him breakfast, and she's exhausted, and her classes are in the morning, and Che's, fun time is at night, and Che doesn't have the common sense or decency that if Miranda's sleeping at 3 o'clock in the morning, knowing that she has to go to school at 5, that she has all her friends hanging out in the living room screaming. That doesn't tell you anything about your relationship. Nothing else will. Okay. So she goes back to Che's house after the focus group and says some crap about corporate, and that the TVs are corporate, and that nobody cares, and she's just rattling off crap, and Che's like, I don't give a damn, get out. Now, does she say it exactly that way? No, but it still means the same, get out. Miranda goes to give her a hug, and she still says, get out. Not only get out, indefinitely. They broke up. I mean, we can play the Ross and Rachel, we were on a break crap all you want, but at the end of the day, get out. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Bye. Let's see where this goes in the next 5 episodes. Okay. Now that we've done the story arcs of the three caricatures, let's go into the little bit of the only other person that actually I'm gonna say made me laugh, but for not the reasons that you think. Okay, Samantha 2.0. Going back to the bar episode where she convinces the professor, Marianne and Gilligan are at the bar, and Samantha 2.0 picks up a guy at the bar, and she goes home with him, which apparently, I don't know if this is supposed to be the hotel room or this is actually her room, but nonetheless, it looks like a throwback to Samantha's old bedroom. Get me? They're about to get hot and heavy. He says that he has erectile dysfunction. Doesn't really explain how he's going to remedy this until he hops out of bed, pulls out a box and a pump, and he has a pump. Now, the only reason why I'm giving this any type of story time is because I did not know that, and maybe I'm wrong, I didn't know that you could use that to help you with that condition. I really don't know. I don't know. I'm presuming that they did some research on this other than Viagra or whatever other medical issues that they have. So he's pumping away while Samantha 2.0 is on the bed. Oh my God, am I really going to sleep with this? She did. Not only once, but twice. Because she goes back for a second time. And the second time, he's moaning and groaning on top of her, gets off of her. Obviously, she didn't get off. So she decides to take out her own little toy. I swear, I just felt like I've seen this almost in a Samantha episode, except for the penis pump thing. Where, she pulls out her friendly neighborhood vibrator. She starts to use it while the guy is laying next to her. The guy gets offended because he thinks that's offensive. She puts him in his place and said, well, what the hell? You got a pump in front of me and you don't even give a damn. He gets upset. He stomps out, and I feel like I've seen this before. This woman is more and more like Samantha. They're writing her like they're just plugging her in as if this is just one of these normal scenes again. Like, it's not cute anymore. And I laughed because I was like, oh my God, even the room looks like Samantha's old room. Maybe a little bit more updated. And just like that, I just sat there and was like, wow, we have, I believe, if this is the fifth one, then we have 5 more to go. Still no Aidan, still no Samantha, still no storyline, still no interest, still crap. And I find it very interesting that when I try to look at YouTubers rating these shows, there's not a lot of people who are actually viewing these shows when they're being rated at all. I'm doing this not because of the love of the show. It's because I have to put my foot down here. I have to. This can't continue. Now, what's really funny and sad at the same time is that now we have a writer strike and an actor strike. So this is it, guys. That's all we got. I don't know when this show's going to come back on. I'm hoping that somebody takes a break and reevaluates this, because these last 5 episodes, we don't know when either or of those strikes are going to end. And by the time they start production again, we may not see this for another year and a year and a half, which means that we're stuck with this freaking season over and over and over, because people are going to get bored and they're going to watch something. That goes for all the crapola that's on television right now. So this last 5, I'm going to review and review. Some of it probably back in protest. But I don't understand how this is going to go on. The momentum is not here to begin with. So if we go further past this strike and it goes on for a long time, which it could, by the time this show gets picked up again, who the hell knows they're going to be the show? I pray that somebody said, listen, check it out. We got to do better. Let's give the people what they want. I'm hoping that's the case. This is my review of And Just Like That, we have to withstand another 5 of this show. So I hope you enjoyed this. Yes, I'm still being tortured. I am still being asked now to not only review the last one I haven't reviewed, which I believe is episode 3, but to go back to the first series and review that one, the first season. And I tried watching the first season, a couple of days ago, and I was like, oh my God, I can't, my brain. So maybe if this strike goes on longer and I have more Apple Teenies, I can actually go through the first season again and do a review. If not, a lot of likes and comments. If you want me to do a review of the first season, I will suck it up and do that. Happy Saturday. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.